Hey there. Today I want to talk to those of you who are stepping into your 60s and beyond. Life changes, doesn't it? One day you're surrounded by the chaos of raising kids, building a career, and keeping up with life's endless demands, and the next, it's quiet. Maybe too quiet. That quiet can feel peaceful, but it can also feel lonely. I want to tell you something from the bottom of my heart. You are not alone, and your story is far from over. There is a heaviness that comes with aging that no one talks about enough. Maybe you feel like the world has moved on without you, like the people you once counted on are too busy to notice your struggles. Maybe you've even wondered if you still matter. Let me stop you right there. You do. You matter so much. And the truth is, this stage of life is not about fading into the background. It's about stepping into a new kind of light. One that's softer, but no less brilliant. Your life has been full of moments that shaped you. Think of all the laughter, the love, the lessons you've shared, the people you've helped, the sacrifices you've made. Those moments don't vanish with time. They remain, etched into the lives of everyone you've touched. But here's the thing. Your story isn't just behind you. There's so much more ahead, and the chapters you've yet to write can be some of the most fulfilling of your life. Let me share a story. A woman named Evelyn once told me about her journey after she turned 65. Her children had moved to different cities, and her husband had passed away a few years earlier. She said mornings were the hardest. The silence in the house felt so loud, it was deafening. One day, she decided she couldn't live like that anymore. She joined a community gardening club. At first, it was just about getting out of the house, but soon it became something much more. Evelyn made friends, people who shared her love for the earth and its quiet magic. They swapped stories while planting flowers and laughed over coffee after their meetings. She told me, for the first time in years, I didn't feel invisible. I felt alive. Let's talk about what can carry you forward when the world feels heavy. 5 pillars of support that can help you find strength, purpose, and joy. These aren't just ideas. They're lifelines, here to remind you that you are never truly alone. First, there's your health. Your body has carried you through every moment of your life. It's weathered storms and celebrated victories with you. Even if it's slower now, even if it aches in ways it didn't before, it's still your home. Treat it with love. Take a walk in the fresh air and let the sun warm your face. Eat foods that make you feel good. Rest when you're tired. Health isn't about perfection. It's about giving yourself the strength to enjoy the moments that matter. Remember, every small step counts. Stretch your arms in the morning. Drink an extra glass of water, or simply take a few deep breaths and feel the life that still courses through you. Next, let's talk about financial security. Money might not buy happiness, but it does buy peace of mind. Whether you've planned meticulously or feel like you're playing catch up, take steps to create stability. Maybe that means revisiting your budget or finding small ways to save. Independence is a gift. And knowing you're in control of your finances can bring a sense of calm that's priceless. Even if you feel uncertain, remember that it's never too late to seek advice, simplify your expenses, or make small adjustments to secure your future. And then there's connection. Loneliness can creep in when our social circles shrink. But it's never too late to build new relationships. Call an old friend you haven't spoken to in years. Join a local club or volunteer group. Invite your neighbor over for coffee. It might feel daunting at first, but every connection starts with a simple act. People need people. And you might be surprised to find how many others are looking for the same thing you are. Companionship, laughter, and someone to share their story with. Remember, there's no expiration date on friendship. The bonds you form now can be as meaningful and life-changing as those from decades ago. Let me share another story. I once met a man named Thomas, who had spent most of his life working long hours as an accountant. After retiring, he realized he had lost touch with many of his friends. The days felt endless, and he struggled to fulfill the silence. Then one day he decided to attend a local book club. Thomas didn't think of himself as much of a reader, but what he found wasn't just books. It was a group of people who welcomed him with open arms. Let's not forget lifelong learning and hobbies. Have you ever wanted to paint, write a book, learn to bake the perfect loaf of bread? Now is the time. These aren't just distractions. They're ways to reignite your passion and curiosity. You're never too old to start something new. And the joy that comes from trying, from learning, from creating, it's a joy that reminds you life is still full of possibilities. Dive into the things that bring you happiness, no matter how small they may seem. Every new skill, every small creation is a reminder of the vibrant creative spirit you carry within. Finally, let's talk about purpose. Purpose doesn't have to be something grand. It's not about accolades or achievements. It's about what makes you feel alive. Maybe it's mentoring someone younger, passing on your wisdom. Maybe it's helping your community in small, meaningful ways. Maybe it's simply being there for a friend or family member who needs your love. Purpose gives your days meaning. And no matter your age, your purpose is still unfolding. You don't have to change the world to make an impact. A kind word, a helping hand, or even a smile can ripple out in ways you will never fully see. Let me tell you about Mary. She was 70 when she decided to volunteer at a local school, helping children learn to read. At first, she thought she might be too old, that she wouldn't have anything in common with the kids, but week by week, she grew closer to them. She saw the joy in their eyes when they mastered a new word, and she felt a spark of purpose she hadn't felt in years. Mary told me, "They gave me more than I ever gave them. They reminded me that I still have so much to offer." Take a moment to breathe. Reflect on these pillars: health, financial security, connection, learning, and purpose. They are here for you, ready to hold you up when you need them most. You've spent decades building a life, shaping the world around you. And while the world might tell you your best years are behind you, I'm here to tell you they're not. This chapter of your life is yours to write. Make it bold, make it joyful, make it meaningful. If you ever feel invisible, I want you to know this. You are seen, you are loved, and you are not alone. There are people who value you, who cherish your stories, who need your light in their lives. So reach out, take care of yourself, chase the small joys, and never, ever forget. You are never too old, never too late, and never too far gone to find connection, purpose, and love. Your story isn't over. It's just beginning a new chapter, and it's one worth reading. So start today, start now, because you are more than enough, and the best is yet to come.